Hello and welcome to Rule of Thirds, a conversation about art, design and culture with your hosts
Burns,
Mike
and Jude.
If this is your first time listening, welcome to the family. Be sure to follow us on our Instagram at Rule of Thirds Pod. Don't be shy to say hi.
A question about the arts and the craft. If you didn't know, then it's good that you asked. You tune into the culture. This the rule of thirds. If you want to, you could tune at work, yeah. And tell me, does that frame fit good? Does it feel right? You want a still photo for your website, but you want a logo we can design, right? Yeah.
Is your current level of productivity on a trajectory to a better you or a regretful you? We discuss productivity and the practical tools to improve it in today's episode. Enjoy.
Yo, what's good? What's goody?
Welcome back to the Rule of Thirds
The home of enjoyment.
and celebration and creativity, culture and the arts.
If this is your first time listening,
Yo. Honestly,
I thought you were gonna not finish.
on a serious note though, like what you said.
if this is your first time listening,
Make sure to follow us on Instagram at Rule of Thirds or Twitter at Rule of Thirds Pod. At Rule of Thirds Pod.
And feel free to give a listen on all the previous episodes that we've done as well.
Yeah, run that up, man.
Yeah, nothing's really time specific, so it's all good.
exactly.
Exactly that. But yeah, how's everyone doing?
Blessed and highly favored.
Amen.
Thank you very much, Brother Burns, for asking.
All right, Kang.
What about you, Brother Mike?
I am satisfied.
Okay.
So
That sounds very pseudoscientific. Break it down.
In this life, Kang, we can be moved up and down, left and right.
That's
thinking
right,
that
beloved.
We
That's
need
right.
things to sustain us, or we look for things to,
Yeah, that's right.
You
Yeah.
feed the body, but not the spirit.
but not the spirit, mind, and soul.
So now
No?
you got a skinny spirit.
Yeah,
You got a big fat body.
yeah, and we need equilibrium. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
we need to find a way to lean out the physical, right,
Lean out the physical.
and grow the spiritual.
I took the walk. Okay.
What?
You said lean anyway.
Oh my gosh.
What were you saying?
What about Bez?
I am
How
blessed
you
and
doing?
highly favoured.
Oh my god. We're back there.
I feel like you're gonna start speaking in tongues.
Monster Yandara.
That good, yeah?
Yeah, I'm blessed and highly favoured.
Testimony times. What's been a great thing
Thank
that's
you, brothers.
happened this week for everyone?
Well, I prophesied that.
What were you prophesying? Wait, prophesying.
That this week
Hey,
and will be
Mad.
will be fantastic.
fantabulous.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So you don't want to give thanks.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's your giving things? I want to
because
give
I'm
thanks.
prophesying because of
Can you
reasons
give
that are
thanks to God?
beyond me.
Man,
God said, make all your petitions, your prayers, and thanksgivings. It's been it's been
yeah,
Thank
but was it,
God.
I'm rusty.
very wow.
Thank
No,
you,
but there's
thank
like
you, Jesus.
all petitions, like
Well,
with some,
yeah.
never
I want to
mind.
thank God
Yeah.
for being the ultimate designer and giving us the
design.
the power. Nah, I just want.
Power.
I want to. I think I'm more grateful for everyone around me just being healthy and happy.
That's good.
That's always a good place to start. I think when you don't have those concerns, it allows you to kind of flow through life with expectation of what's to come, as opposed to worry of what's happening now. So I think it's always a good thing to kind of feel like, okay, your present is settled, and your future can be, juggled around.
Right.
That's what I'm thankful for.
Yeah.
Praise God. Praise God.
I'm thankful for a deeper thinking. Shall I explain?
Yeah,
Third eye.
break it down.
Open your third eye, Kang.
I don't know about that.
That's the money.
But not on a serious note though. I feel like even faith-wise, I am grateful in the sense of like I feel like I'm having healthier, let's say like understandings of things, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like I'm
Maturing.
yeah, I would say so. Like, yeah, I feel like faith is more personal to me now as opposed to like a template, if that makes sense. I feel like, well, from a Christian perspective, I feel like there's some things that can feel very template and you always almost look the same
Right.
or act the same. But I feel like I'm able to carry out my faith in what is unique to me, but also standardized for everybody else, if that makes sense.
With intention.
With intention.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So yeah.
How about you?
Damn.
Pass the mic.
Come on,
Don't know
Bishop.
about the title. The only
Homie.
title
You didn't see what I
refer
did
to
there,
is
did you? Look,
Pass the mic.
pass the mic.
Har,
Pass the mic.
har. Yeah, no,
Oh
I
my
got
gosh.
it. I got it.
But I'm not a
But he's not a
rapper.
rapper.
But I'm not a rapper.
I'm thankful for friends.
Aw.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I think, you know, when you like reflect on like moments that you have with friends or like how far you've come, not
Yeah.
that things have been bad, but just like time is, especially like when you're like, wow, you've been friends with someone for like more than, let's say like 5 years or like 6
20
years or like 7 or like for some it's 10 or 15. And like, wow, we still talk and we're still good. I'm grateful
Yeah.
for the fact that like I don't have, you know, when you see like certain things on the TL,
Like,
or, like
that kind of
online,
friendship.
like you see certain like relationships with people like, oh, this person aired out all my laundry, or they say like, oh, this person, like I was really angry
That's so
with them,
chaotic, bro.
and we fought, I slapped them, or I called their mum this. I'm just there like, wow, I'm grateful that my friends are very like
Chill.
very chilled, and
Yeah.
yeah, drama isn't really like a thing
Mm.
like that. We find ways to just like deal with things quite well and like communicate and stuff, which is good. But yeah, just grateful for the community I have around me, and the fact that even though we may all individually as well as collectively go through stuff,
Yeah.
we like journey through it together or try and be there for one another and stuff, which is really nice. And I really do I realize as well, them for granted. So I'm really grateful for the fact that some of these people are still around, because a lot of y'all could have just really left.
I'm sensing a theme here.
What is the theme?
Maturity. Maturity is happening. Wow, guys, we're growing. We're not kids anymore.
I know. And with that, it, comes doing things that you don't necessarily want to do.
Yeah, like taxes,
Oh God.
those kind of things, those grown-up things.
But I find budgeting mad long,
I don't mind budgeting as much as when it actually comes to the application of the whole process.
The application, I think budgeting is probably easier than actually applying the budget.
Yeah, like if you have to like, ooh, I'm gonna spend this on that and that.
Right.
It's like, ooh, yeah. But when it comes to it and you have to actually go through the process of like figuring out where this money is allocated and this and that, and it's like, oh, that's long. But no, I hear it though. I like this. This is very. I feel like
It's very zen.
It's very manly.
Feels grown.
Yeah. Wow. I'm proud of y'all. I'm so proud of
Look
y'all.
at us.
Yeah. No, it's so funny when Michael was talking. I just remembered that meme of Drake, and you're like, I needed this. anytime you say anything,
Oh,
to your
yeah,
friend,
yeah.
you're just like, yeah, that's literally the meme that comes to mind.
No, fact.
Yeah.
Facts.
Well, I mean, okay. So with us feeling this mature and stuff, I guess, similar to what Burns was saying earlier about having this kind of like intentional approach to things. How do we then use that to kind of deal with the issue of productivity?
Good job.
That was nice, wasn't it?
No, this is killing me.
You don't like the segue?
No, I love this segue.
That
but-
was good.
You know, it's funny because obviously in my mind I'm like,
You see it coming, but you don't know where it's going.
it's like I'm on Google Maps. I can see you arrived. See on this thing. I'm like, oh, he's arrived.
How did we get here?
But I think what I realize now is that as I'm maturing, my body's also maturing.
I'm getting no, baby.
No, it's true. Like
Always cracking.
over 25s, like man, always
Aw.
checking like, what are you good? Like
You wake up, like, oh, breath.
my bedroom dropped the other day. Yeah,
Huh?
no, it literally dropped like on the stairs,
Oh, Jesus.
and
You okay?
yeah, my bedroom's cool. I won't.
Okay.
I won't.
Air it out.
Yeah, I won't air it out. You get. But I had to shout my bedroom over there. Oh,
You good?
like, you good? Because obviously we're over 25 and that. Like,
Mad. Moving like our backs. will
Yeah,
break
like,
out.
what's this, fam?
Bones are
It's so
fragile.
dramatic.
no, I'm not even
God.
joking. I felt some pains I've never felt before. Like
I hear that, though.
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
same, actually.
Things like cracking, like, wait, hold on. That's not meant to crack.
but it's like now that I know that like I may not have the energy sometimes. Sometimes I'm just feeling tired. I'm sleeping on the train sometimes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's like I've got to manage my time well. I think sometimes, especially at this age, when you start getting responsibilities and start getting, obviously as designers, we have different projects we're working on. You need to be able to track your time properly. Do you know what I mean? So I think for me at the moment, to like productivity, I use my calendar app, like Bible. Literally, if I don't use my calendar app, my days collapse. Like, like no joke. Like I can't, because now people message me sort of like, "Oh, Burns, when you free?" or "This event's happening on that day," or and I can't just be saying yes.
Yeah.
Because what I find out is I'm now double booked. I've had to.
That can get awkward.
Do you know what I mean? I've had to sell tickets
Oh
to
wow.
events because of. Like, I bugged that the other day. I'm going to PJ Morton.
Yeah.
And what do you call it? King Promise is also on the same day.
Same time or similar
Same
times?
time, same day. I think King Promise is in Coco in Camden.
Local Camden, yeah.
And then PJ's in O2 Brixton. But King Promise, unfortunately, he had to reschedule his dates in the summer.
Okay.
No, he rescheduled in the summer for that.
Right.
So it's annoying because I'm like, oh, I wish I could have gone King Promise. But because I've seen King Promise already in Ghana,
you'd rather go somewhere.
see PJ Morton, because PJ Morton's in America, and chance of me seeing him again,
It might be, yeah.
I don't know. He may come. He probably will come back, of course. But like, chance of me seeing King Promise compared to, it's probably more likely, innit? So I had to cancel. I have to sell my tickets now for King Promise.
Okay.
Similar with Toby Nigwe, for example. I don't know if I pronounced his name right.
Ngwe?
It's all right.
Toby Nigwe. Nigwe.
Toby.
I know I'm the resident Nigerian.
But everyone,
You really are,
you
yeah.
should help
Come on,
us.
don't
but
put that to shame.
Yeah.
I'm putting myself to shame. It's not us. Don't worry.
But so I'm going somewhere else for that now. So I've got to sell those tickets. So Ticketmaster helped me. So shout out to Ticketmaster.
Okay.
But like things like that. So but that's because I didn't use my calendar.
Yeah,
I was just in the morning excited. Like, yeah, my man's on it.
Yeah.
Got my ticket and then I've got to sell it now. But so calendar is one of my main ways, and also my notes. Notes is like, I think underrated. I think we forget how much we use our notes.
Yeah, I use that a lot. More than I realized that I did. I looked through my notes. I was like 2,000 something. I was like,
so much. You know, it's just that you want to jot things down or you got ideas or whatever. Even my reminders, I use my reminders as well.
I use notes as reminders. I can't lie.
My reminders is a mess though. The stuff there is just it's like back
Valentine's Day 2014.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you guys set like a date and a time that you need to be reminded? If that makes sense.
Yeah. So for
that's
example,
the only way I can like keep track of
for example, if I've got something to do, I'll be like, I'll set it for tomorrow at, I don't know, 12 p.m.
Oh right, okay.
So it'll come up on my phone. I'm like, oh, I can't do it now. And then, but when
Snooze
I go back to my reminders, it'll say overdue.
Right.
That way, it puts pressure on me. Like, okay, you actually need to pattern this thing. Or
Yeah, I can't use reminders. I can't lie.
Yeah, but yeah, what about you, man? How do you lot sort of stay productive and?
Wow. All right then. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not the most productive. I am productive.
Yeah, that's it.
Let me
that's
rephrase.
it.
I'm not the.
You better speak life, brother.
I'm not the most organized.
Come
at
on,
times.
Kane.
But it also comes down to like the way that I work, which I'm trying to work on. Because because I know that my emotions really come into play with like, my work a lot.
Dang.
Yeah.
And it's mad because I wouldn't say I'm the most like emotionally expressive person.
When you say emotions, what do you mean emotions?
Yeah.
How I feel dictates how I work.
So like
Which-
emotional constipation that kind of seeps out
Mad. Wait,
in your workflow.
So diarrhea then.
you know, mad. Some could say that.
Right.
I would probably say that some people can be very like objective or like they can just like disconnect and like, cool, I need to do this, and this today and go about my business. With me, it's like, oh, am I enjoying what I'm doing?
Okay.
Not really. Or it's like, oh, this is another task that I do. And that's, I think, a problem that I have, that I see certain things more as like a task or a chore rather than maybe an activity.
And also, it's making you money.
Yeah,
Because it's work. And then
yeah, but even, I'm not gonna like
motivation.
even that. Sometimes I'm like,
It's not enough.
not even that it's not enough. I'm just like, money is not a motivating factor for me, which is very mad because I need to eat. So like
in this cost of living, money is a
bro,
The money's
for real. And I guess sometimes the things that push me to work is like, oh, I have bills, so I actually need to I need to make this money. It's not out of my own oh my gosh, I really want
final
to
straw.
do this for myself so I can have enough
So
in
as
the
in,
bank
if you,
account.
if you don't design this thing,
It's
you
like,
can
yeah,
be-
my bills this month,
Light
I don't
off.
know what's
Winter is
happening.
coming.
Something is broken.
Yeah.
Where's the money to repair? So I think I'm working on that at the moment.
Mm.
But in terms of how to stay productive, I think I just need to remember, I do remember the things that I need to pay for. I have different, what's the word I'm looking for? Different motivating factors.
Okay.
That
External
ones that I will use to kind of make me do the work.
Okay.
Whereas some people will be like, oh, I'm just going to do it because of X, Y, and Z, I'm just like, okay, I actually have to do it because of that. And sometimes that leads to procrastination because I'm not motivated to do it through just doing it sake, which is a problem. But I will, at this current moment, I'm trying to use external factors to motivate me to do the work. So if other people are involved in projects, I'm like, okay, because this person needs to have it by a certain time, I need to make sure that this actually needs to be done.
Yeah.
Or if I don't want to feel guilty about not doing certain things because it affects certain people, so I actually need to make sure that I get certain things done. Because I need to step out of myself in order to make sure things are done. But it's interesting because when it comes to communicating, sometimes in the past I've avoided it because I know that I'm not at a certain place that I'm satisfied,
right,
or it's not working the way I want to, and I want to figure that out on my own. But because I'm not communicating, I'm not getting feedback, that motivating factor for me to get that thing completed isn't there. So I will stay in my own little space of trying to figure things out. Meanwhile, time is really ticking. And then if that person's like, oh, so how's it going? I'm like, oh yeah, I need to just make a decision and get it done now.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to work on that loop, but for the time being, I'm trying to improve my communication with the people that I'm working with in order to get the results in the end. But I know that's a temporary thing and I can't use that forever because I need to be thinking, I need to just rewire that in my brain. But that's what I use for now. I do have goals and stuff, but I know that the type of person that I am, unless I constantly look at it, I can forget.
Right.
I'm very forgetful. Short-term memory. Whew,
are you so you're not in the moment type person? For example, it's okay, I need to eat, I'm gonna eat. I need to design, I'm gonna design.
It's
you would zone out and forget that you have to eat.
Yeah, even when I'm working, it's we're working on this until it's done, then I'll figure out food and stuff afterwards, which isn't always, it's great for getting work done.
But
I think in terms of your health, there's been many times that I've just said, well, it is what it is. I'm tired, but I'll keep going, or I haven't eaten, or I keep going, or wow, you haven't cut your hair in a hot minute and it's not looking great. Your beard is looking very mad. And your mustache is not making sense. Fix it now.
I think routine is very important to productivity.
It is.
I was walking past an advert the other day, and it was about Amazon warehouse. Funny enough, and they were saying that work whenever, whatever works for you.
No,
and that's problematic because.
But maybe there's two sides. I can see the two sides, but I'll let you finish.
Yeah. So that gave me that guy that can't speak of Canada.
I'm gonna let you finish, bro.
But that was problematic for me because you might actually end up working much longer.
Yeah.
Because you're working whatever hours work for you. So you might actually be working crazy hours because it works for you.
Yeah, if it works for you, it works for you.
I know, but
I feel like some people can interpret that, and I think that's what the issue is. Some people will interpret that as like
workaholics.
No, as in just vibes. Just do it when you feel like
and
it.
Then the other
when it should really be how are you as a human being?
Yeah,
what is best suited for the way that you work?
Right.
Some people aren't going to interpret it in that certain way, in my opinion.
And that's why productivity is based on productivity is tailored to you. If that makes sense. And I think that's where a lot of people are not productive because we almost
there's no one shoe.
Try and use other people.
There's no way because I might say calendar notes, whatever. For somebody that's not gonna be useless.
Yeah.
So you have to work out how you are as a person and what works for you. For me, I'm a visual person. I need to see. I need to write it down. If I don't write it down, if I don't put it in my calendar, it's non-existent to me. For another person, they need to do a certain. So you have to tailor it to what works for you.
Facts.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. Jude, what about you?
Yeah.
How do you say productive?
I think
what helps with that?
Right now, I think what's helped me stay productive is like not talking as much in group chats that don't
That's-
have in
That's such a good one, you know.
like fam. I realized like I haven't spoken in some group chats for like about 3-4 weeks now,
Oh wow.
and I've realized like
but you're obviously you're kind of just observing it and then preying what's happening.
sometimes I can leave it. It's like 500, 600 messages. I won't even check it.
Hey.
Wow.
Like the only reason I'll check it is by mistake. I've clicked it, or
Yeah.
it comes out a notification, and it will read everything, and people will be like, "Oh, I've read it," but like, I'm really not reading anything. Voice notes, nothing. Like I'm just like, because I think one thing I realized is that it's very easy to get caught up in like, conversations with people,
Yeah.
and like it's so easy. Like especially like when you. What I like to do is I work with my notes, like similar to what Burns is saying, but I put all my reminders and everything. I put them in notes and I put, the little bullet point thing where you can check them off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do that. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so
what you do,
anytime I
actually.
get like a list of things to do, I literally just slap them all in there with like headers, and then I just like when I'm done, I click it, goes down the list, like for my daily task.
You actually feel like you're getting stuff
So
done.
So the thing is, when I'm in the midst of that and I'm in a good flow, and
And then you
like
got some nonsense group chat having
and
some
then maybe they're
conversation.
chatting and like you're very interested, and I've had to kind of train myself to kind of resist the temptation of always being involved in the conversation because I don't want to like.
So you're
feel like I'm
limiting distractions.
So
basically.
I've had to kind of
That's good.
beat myself out of those kind of things of like enjoyment all the time. Like if it has nothing to do with like work, I most likely won't respond like nowadays. Like only once in a while, maybe when I've completed my task, I'll just jump in and be like, hey, or maybe something that needs like attending to. Other than that, like right now, I'm in a very I feel like the less distractions I have, the more productive I am.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of the distractions are also things that are good for my well-being, like communication with other people, so that you don't get like kind of cooped up in your own head. But sometimes there has to be a balance of like you can't say because they help you do your day-to-day things, so you have to be in there all the time, because then that can also be unhealthy. So I think that's what I've realized, and I'm kind of like trying to find that balance really.
Sounds like you got like built really good discipline, like in place of like I'm not going to interact or engage with this for this period of time until things are done, because I definitely can't do that.
I'm petty though.
But you say definitely can't do that. Can you train yourself to do that?
I can, and that's
Yeah,
the
you can
thing.
definitely do
It's a thing of because it's learned behavior, and that's what I was saying to like me
Yeah.
being like emotional in the way that I work. And I also think it like for example, I freelance for a certain reason, but it's also because of how I want to feel when I'm working. But it doesn't necessarily mean that I can always afford to work like
that. Yeah.
Because even though yes, I have more like freedom to choose projects that I want to work on and that kind of thing, I still have like things that I need to get done by a certain time.
Makes
and
sense,
it can't
yeah.
be as floaty. You do need like structure and that kind of thing. So that's why like with you, it's like it's nice like to hear that you're like cool. I can push this aside for a moment or let like not even feed like any form of like what's the word I'm looking for?
Distractions?
No, gratification.
Okay,
Yeah, instant
gratification,
gratification.
okay.
Like, I think because of especially now with like social media and stuff. Like, we're very quick to just like do things that make us just feel good because we've just learned that behavior over time.
Right,
And we're not really. I feel like as a generation, we probably don't put ourselves in enough situations to like not instantly feed that want stuff.
And it's funny because when you start to sort of, if you keep on going down that rabbit hole of like, oh, I've got to feel good, got to feel good. Yeah. That's gonna continue because now you're in a stressful situation, for example.
Yeah.
And it's like, because I'm stressed, I need to feel good.
And then you go on social media. And
So
stuff like that.
it's, I need to feel good. Stress.
Yeah.
Story of my life.
Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's sometimes when I feel stressed and I'm like, okay, actually, I need to play FIFA, for example. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. I think it's difficult. It's difficult, but I think at the same time, it's like you put that discipline because actually, in the long run, you'll feel more free.
Facts.
Yeah.
If you get the work done.
Think of school. Like, even though not school doesn't work well for everybody, you've built a routine where you have to get things done by a certain time.
Yeah.
Even like when you're given homework, you may not. It doesn't mean that you're gonna do it like from in the evening of like 7 till like 10. Sometimes you get given more than one day to like finish it, but like you know that you have to factor in the time. To do that, or when you're studying for like your GCSEs or your A levels, there's a period of time that you'll use to like study.
Yeah.
And put the work in and stuff. So
And it gives you that sense of that's the thing. It's like it gives you the gratification when you're able to resist the quick gratification, because it's like now you've resisted it. When you do go back to it,
Right.
you feel like, okay, I deserve, or I've worked for this. I feel like that's one thing that's tricky, because sometimes we think that by resisting or by pulling ourselves away from something that might give us that sense of like, wow, okay, pleasure, like scrolling on Instagram or Twitter or whatever. We think that by resisting that we're punishing ourselves, but it's like we're never gonna be able to kind of get to that point of like, and full gratification when you're in that moment, if you know you have stuff to do.
Yeah, you're doing yourself a disservice.
Yeah,
in the
it's
long
like
run.
you're making
you'll pay for it in the
you
end.
pay for it, and
Yeah.
you're giving yourself that extra guilt because you're gonna leave and gonna be like, and come back and keep going and keep going, and then you come in like very addictive behavior.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think the quality of your work will decrease.
yeah, that happens
Because
too. Yeah.
I think when I find myself like just falling into instant gratification, spending time on social media or playing FIFA or whatever, like it's like actually you've given yourself less time to design something or to create something.
Yeah.
Which means the ideas that you may have had originally, because of the lack of time you've essentially given yourself,
Yeah.
you can't complete it anymore.
Yeah.
And it's like you have to just rush it and give
Yeah.
whatever. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, I think that's why a lot of people like Stormzy is a recent example, but other people do it as well. But I think somebody went to Ireland to produce his album, and it's like that closing off and just like focusing
Yep.
will help me to produce a quality a bit. And like
Right.
sometimes we just need to like put ourselves in like a little box and literally just do what we need to do and bust out. The thing is, once we've done what we need to do, we spent time just like nailing it, you can do whatever you want to do after that.
Exactly,
Do you know what I mean? But it's like we have to go through the pain of the discipline to get to the other side.
Yeah. And you know, the funny thing I was saying earlier, like I mentioned it, like I can be petty, and I feel like sometimes I use that against myself. So I'll be like,
Right, Michael Jordan.
that sounds very weird, isn't it?
No, but like
I mean,
in a
like,
good way.
yeah, because I think sometimes when I like, okay, now that it actually does sound very Michael Jordan-ish, doesn't it? But like, I will create scenarios where I need to get stuff.
Yeah, very Michael Jordan.
Oh my god! No, but
kind of motivating myself. Man.
no, but for real, I'll be like, you know what? You were chatting too much today.
Damn.
Go and do work. You're like, you've got stuff to do. Why are you here chatting bare?
Sound
And-
like Will Smith.
and
See
that-
Will Smith's dad. But to
I'm
yourself.
so dumb. But like, basically, like that would be my thinking. Like, okay,
Motivation.
cool. It's like if you are able to stand here and chat for like 2 hours, when you get to time to go and design or go and do what you have to do,
Put the same energy.
you got to put that same energy back in
yeah,
there.
it's
If not,
100%.
you shouldn't be chatting this much. You should be learning how to figure out how to do that work. You know what I'm saying? So it's like something. I feel like
Internally, you're just there like, shut up.
no, for real. No, honest to God. Sometimes
Wow.
you're just there like, okay, yeah, you need to stop now. Go and,
You're chatting too much.
go and be
Don't do
productive.
work.
But it's like sometimes we're not hard on ourselves when it comes to
Yes.
that.
Yes.
We're very,
Yes.
very like, oh, but like, you know, you've gone through so much in life. Like, this is your time.
Why
to-
are you coming for me? please?
Wait, what? Nah, not even.
No,
But-
but it's like
But
this,
you'll be like,
no, this is
you've gone through so much in life. Like
Oh,
now
facts.
you
I
can
want
afford
soft
it,
life, bro.
Yeah, you can
I
afford
want
it.
soft life.
You've
I
got
don't-
Netflix.
I'm not trying to die.
Yeah, it's like you wanna be able to
But-
indulge yourself in all the pleasures. Ice cream, your screen, ice cream, your
I'm
screen,
lactose.
everything. You
Yeah.
just want to be in a very cozy environment.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that's not the best incubator for growth either.
Yeah, and plus,
You know?
like, sometimes the reality is like, it's great temporarily, but like, your reality, you can't even afford to like chill like that because you
Yeah.
actually have to do stuff to like
Yeah.
get out of that
And
situation.
you have
anyway.
bills to pay. And
You
like,
know?
you can't be
'Cause
just sleep on your bed.
This is me, like, and I remember like, I think it was like a couple months ago, I was like going through this whole thing of like going to the gym, not going to the gym, going to the gym, not going to the gym. And I realized, the reason why I don't like going is because resistance. I already feel like in life, and I told a friend, I was like, I already feel in life,
Yeah.
I've gone through a lot of resistance as it is.
It's like you Can't go
and so I'm just like, why am I choosing to go into a place where it will be difficult? Bearing in mind, I've struggled in this life.
All my life, I had to fight.
And I'm tired of fighting, so I can't be bothered. But at the same time, the only way I'm going to get to where I want to go
is to go through.
Is to fight some more.
Yeah.
And it's just like, damn, when's it going to stop?
It's never going to stop.
But it's not.
And I think that's what we have to get our man used to. Because even I cancelled my membership literally last week.
Oh, wait. that's completely like counteractive.
No, mainly because I'm actually I don't need to go now. No, not even that. I've got other priorities right now.
I hear that. And if you know you're not really gonna like engage like that, why?
Bro, at one point I was paying £40 a month.
Yeah, if you're paying money, that's ridiculous.
So I was like, big man, I'll go when I'm ready. But yeah, man, like we need to really challenge ourselves to be better human beings. Because I think one thing that does motivate me is the fact that I'll never be this age. And
not the morbid theory.
No.
Like, you're going to die.
No. Like, but
you
need that reminder because you do. Because sometimes I'm like, wow,
you ain't gonna be here long.
In your 20s,
you ain't gonna be here long.
No, it's true. Like
you gotta get working.
It sounds mad vain, yeah. But I was thinking about like working out and like gym stuff, and I was like, damn, Michael. So you're gonna tell me that you're not gonna have a certain like. It's like body in your 20s.
You're never gonna have a six pack.
You're never gonna be this young again.
No, because
the opportunity is gonna go.
Right now, you're exercising with like maybe a flat stomach.
Yeah.
But at 50, you got pot belly.
Yeah. You're like, damn, I should have tried.
You know what I mean? Like,
you can't go as hard as you would be able to like now.
Yeah, that motivates me in terms of my age, man. I'm like, big man, like you should be in your prime right now. What are you doing? Just cooling off.
It's when I see like, shout out to like all the artists and like, I guess celebrity helps me in this regard because it's visibility. I can just see things and I can compare. And I see people in like from like in 90s when they were in their 20s and I see them now. And
my god!
And I'm always looking like,
they were different human beings.
How did that happen? Was it genetics or was it diet?
I don't know
or was it life?
Yeah.
And
GMO.
And it's a reminder for me like this could happen.
Could have been
you. Yep. And you're not even living like life the way that like, you probably would want to. You haven't implemented certain habits now. How the hell do you think you're going to do when
you get 30?
Your hip
you're
is
like
hurting you
in the gym trying to press up. Like
no, bro. Or just I'm not gonna like feature wise, your face it's not the same shape anymore. The metabolism is gone. Even your mind. Who knows? For some people, like even for like design perspective, like your wrist is hurting you. How are you moving the mouse?
Carpal tunnel,
bro.
Just you're not gonna get to your 50s and then start. Like it's gonna be
It's too late. I'll start now.
But okay, the flip side of that though is that productivity can become like toxic.
It can.
Toxic productivity.
It can.
Where you're just mashing work.
Because I can't lie,
Moving
that's
like
one
Gary
thing that Twitter is very guilty of. You can go on Twitter and you will feel like such a cheapskate, like you're wasting your life, like you're a piece of trash. Like in fact, you are chewing gum on the shoe. You see people living life. They'll be like, whoa, just woke up, went for my 5 a.m. run, went to the gym, had my latte, and went straight to worked for 4 hours, spoke to the biggest client, secured my 100K deal. Oh, to Hollywood we go, baby. Are you stronger than you were yesterday? And you're just there like, I'm follow.
Like, I'm still in bed.
Fam. But how many of us actually live this? Like, I really feel like there's a high percentage of us that we're under pressure to live these lives that are not even, they're curated lives.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So we're looking at it thinking like...
And their goals are completely different to mine. Like,
man.
I'm not...
I'm
not trying to be like a gazillionaire like anymore. Like the times have gone.
Give me $1 million.
I'm trying to be, comfortable, good. But like, why do I need to be like a billionaire? For what reason? Like, do you know the amount of work that comes
is
to
a lot?
play?
I feel like people think it's easier than
or even 7 streams of income. Do you know?
Oh,
the amount of work.
Ain't gonna lie to you, chief.
The amount of work to implement those things in the first place. For some of them to be passive, like that's a lot of work.
That's discipline, though.
That's the thing, yeah.
And I think it's also outsourcing and just delegating. Like, a lot of these people they don't become billionaire because of their own effort.
And even that takes that discipline as well to delegate.
That people, So it's a learning progress, man.
I guess it all comes down to like your goals and what you actually want for yourself too, and being honest with yourself
Yeah.
outside of the influence of other people, and then you can then like move accordingly. Because
Yeah.
someone who's waking up at 5 a.m. and doing all of these big client calls,
Yeah.
like you're a designer, bro. Like,
Man, stick to your lane.
stick to your
Shut up
lane.
and
Like,
dribble.
just, you know, no, like
It's hilarious though, because even like, I don't know, I feel like there is coming to a time when I want to wake up earlier,
yeah,
but not because of because I want to, but I think because of where I live,
Okay.
Oh,
if that makes sense.
Okay.
Right.
And so I feel like with that, for example, like I'm gonna get up early, and I feel like I'll develop new habits.
Right.
Mm.
For example, you know, and I feel like
The
even though
conscious choice.
yeah, 5 a.m. crew, like, bro, in advertising we start work at 9:30. Like I can still get up at 5 a.m. and do it, but I can't. Like, I'd rather be sleeping to get my energy
Yeah,
for the
of
day.
course.
So I mean, so whatever works for you, works for you, man.
Yeah. Do you feel like with where you are right now, are you on track to where you want to be productivity wise?
I don't know.
That's a big no for me.
I generally don't know. I feel like I need to be more disciplined in terms of like focused. I feel like I had this app called Flow on my laptop where it sets like a timer.
Okay.
Is that the one that grows you like the garden? and
No,
stuff?
not that one. But
Yeah.
it's got a similar sort of format.
Mhm.
But essentially, you set a timer 30 minutes. Then you'll give you like a 10-minute break, and then, so basically focus for 30 minutes. Then so I need to use it more. But like I think focus and distractions will be my biggest killer. If I don't like kind of kill off the distractions and like
Right.
become more focused, I won't be as successful as I thought that I could be. I think that's something I need to definitely work on.
What about you?
I feel like I'm definitely not on track because I know there's a lot of things I should be doing that I'm still not doing. But
Right.
I feel like I know if I want to get work done, I know like
What to do?
So
Right,
like
okay.
I know for me, I need like something just in the background running so I feel like it's engaging my brain.
Okay.
'Cause sometimes
Yep,
with
yeah.
design, it's not that I don't pay attention, but you know how like sometimes I zone out, right?
Yep.
Like these guys
Like
will
yeah, we know.
often these guys will just see me on the road. I have like headphones on, or like I'm just walking and I'm not looking around, but I know where I'm going, but I'm just
You're
not.
on
I'm
autopilot.
not here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think sometimes when I'm designing,
It's giving Severance, but anyway.
I wanna
No,
understand
thanks.
that reference.
But
so
like,
badly.
yeah, I know like
Thinking of
okay,
Ratatouille,
when
bro.
I'm designing, sometimes I get into that space where I'm just like going and things are moving, but I like to stay like engaged with something.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll just put like long form content has been so helpful for me, like podcasts or like commentary.
Yeah.
And I'll keep that in the background. Even
Yeah.
radio, like burns like from Apple Music and stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'll keep that there, and then I'll just kind of get the work. If I sit at my desk, even if I'm in bed, if I'm in that zone,
Yeah.
I'm good.
Exactly like you. Something
Yeah.
has to be playing. I think I'm sure for you
Yeah.
as designers, you can't just
In
stand
silence?
That's
Oh,
that's
please.
madness.
That's when the dark thoughts creep in. You don't
I'm
want
done.
that.
I mean,
Nah,
I've,
yeah,
I've
got
done
to,
it,
yeah.
but I don't enjoy.
It's not the one, man.
experience. at
like I
all.
only do that when I know I'm very desperate to get something done.
Yeah.
Like, well, like, this is crunch time.
Yeah.
Like 2
I need
hours.
to focus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's useful.
Yeah,
Like it's
yeah.
very useful, but I can't do that every
Yeah.
day because I will go insane.
That silence would be too much.
Yeah.
Too
What about
much.
you, Jude?
I feel like I always feel like I could do more. Similar to what I was saying about like sometimes just saying, okay, nah, you should be doing that, you should be doing this. I feel like that's been the motivation. What I'm scared of is that might take its own personality and actually be
Interesting. Wow.
and then become a thing where it's like now I genuinely believe it. That's my fear, and hence why sometimes I'm very apprehensive to kind of listen to that voice. Bro, that sounds so strange. But anyway, so like sometimes I'm very like cautious. So I'm like, I allow myself to break that rule just so that I know that I have the ability to.
Yeah.
So that whenever that situation should ever occur where it's like, oh, maybe, you're not enough, you should be doing more, I can actually be like, nah, that's just me talking and
Right.
not like the reality of the situation. So I think as it stands right now, I feel like I'm like, this is the most productive I've felt in a while. In terms of me feeling like I'm on track, I feel like I should have been way ahead. But I remember when I was in secondary school, a friend of mine who's a poet was always like, oh, why don't you try this? Why don't you try that? Oh, you should be bigger. You should be bigger. Like, I think that's always something that people say. Like, oh, you because of what you did or what you did this, you should be bigger. You should be bigger. And I've always kind of like maintained like knowing who I am and understanding my own pace. And I feel like that's like the ultimate goal of productivity is being able to kind of manage your own time, your own like, situation. Because it's like if you're just being affected by things from the outside, then in essence, that's not your decision that you're making.
Yeah.
So you're just kind of reacting to life. And I don't want to just react to life. I just want to kind of be able to be like proactive and be like, okay, I want to do this. I think that's the stage I'm trying to figure out right now. It's like being able to kind of say, this is my own voice and I want to follow it. And I want to choose to do this and choose to do that. But yeah.
And I think even the potential, like, I think one thing that will always be a motivating factor is that if somebody was to show you if you were to be a productive person, this is how you'd look like.
Oh, wow.
That would be scary.
I'd be so depressed.
You know that there's a picture here of like they'll say the world in 2022 and it's bare future like that's literally it. It's like my head like
I think there was a show called I think it was on Channel 4. I think it was Channel 4, but basically it was time ago. Basically, like they showed you like if you was eating this certain way.
And they'll do like a morph cut.
Oh, that's
it was scary.
That sounds
so it will show you how you look like in the next 10 years, for example.
My gosh.
And people look so.
Okay, I think that's what I need.
What,
like, I need a reminder
to show you. Look,
to show
if you
me,
continue this way,
I need to be accountable to that future person.
like a judgment day type thing.
no, it is.
You end up in hell.
No. And
It's judgment day because if you continue this way, bro, this lifestyle that you want is not attainable.
Interesting.
Facts.
But
Yeah,
you've actually like
Open
you
your
guys
mind.
have helped me. I don't think you understand because I need a reason to like. I can't rely on my own motivation for stuff.
Oh,
Like,
really?
Yeah,
Okay.
because like sometimes if I'm not feeling it, I'm just not feeling it.
Yeah.
But like if I remember like, I owe it to that future me. 'Cause the future me is a pot of beans. I'd actually be so
you
depressed.
don't look. You don't look back and you're like,
I hate the young me.
What?
Look what you done to me. I could have been great. I could have been great, but you decided to sleep in your bed and watch Netflix.
Damn.
Nah, that's pain.
Nah, facts.
Damn. Yeah, I
God
definitely
help
need
us,
to take a social media break as well because I'm way too distracted nowadays.
I don't think you need a break. If I'm being honest, I just feel like you just need to manage your time properly.
No, I'm
You're gonna come back on
no,
eventually.
I will. But I'm mad distracted, and at this moment, I know that I use it like
Do the post and go.
Yeah,
You need
man.
to post more.
I can't.
You need to post more.
At this current moment in time, I can't because it's almost like the pay, not the payoff, but what am I trying to say?
What?
The risk is greater than the reward.
Oh,
at
I
this
see.
point. So it's like, okay, me being more whatever, sharing more, that's great. But just because of my current level of discipline right now, it's like I can't really afford to.
Are you thinking to take a break, do the work, and then come back and then just have a routine of posting?
Yeah, because I know
That
how I
makes
am.
sense.
Like, I had this desire of like, oh my gosh, I want to run away for like a year and just like I just do my thing.
Yeah,
but I think it's because I just know that I will have no choice but to get all of these things done.
Yeah.
So,
It can happen. I believe it. I believe in you. I believe in all of us. We can do it.
Thanks, guys, for tuning in to today's episode of Rule of Thirds. Feel free to share your thoughts with us using the hashtag Rule of Thirds Pod. And for more from us, follow us on Instagram at Rule of Thirds Pod, or our personal accounts for myself, Burns JNR,
Mike at _ man like Mike.
And Jude at Kente Kwame.
Catch you guys in the next one.